to What a Cool Girl, the podcast series, where we tackle ideas raised by the iconic Cool Girl monologue from Gillian Flynn's 2014 movie Gone Girl. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Lily Fiella, and today I'm going to be asking and answering some very important questions surrounding the cool girl archetype, including what is a cool girl, what does the cool girl look like today as a member of Gen Z, and most importantly, is there any real data that suggests the cool girl archetype might be harmful to women? Well, first we have to identify the cool girl. According to the monologue, being the cool girl means I am a hot, brilliant, funny woman who adores football, poker, dirty jokes, and burping, who plays video games, drinks cheap beer, loves sex, and jams hot dogs and hamburgers into her mouth while somehow maintaining a size 2, because cool girls are above all hot. Hot and understanding. Cool girls never get angry, they only smile in a chagrined, loving manner and let their men do whatever they want. To me, this adds up to the cool girl being defined by her ability to feign closeness to men while still being conventionally attractive enough for them to sexualize her. She's low maintenance emotionally, and she doesn't ask men to put effort into obtaining her or keeping her around. In the era of Gen Z men and women, she is politically apathetic, wears just enough makeup to look presentable, and giggles at make me a sandwich jokes, if not worse, when they're directed at her over gaming platforms. Now more than ever, there's been a rise in young women on the internet chasing the cool girl persona and struggling to maintain friendships with other women. The cool girls community is almost entirely made up of men that don't value her beyond her ability to blend perfectly into his lifestyle, like an accessory rather than a person. The cool girl is nothing but an illusion, and the queen of cool herself, Amy Dunn, aka Gone Girl, agrees. Men actually think this girl exists, she says. Maybe they're fooled because so many women are willing to pretend to be this girl. For a long time, cool girl offended me. I used to see men, friends, coworkers, strangers, giddy over these awful pretender women, and I'd want to sit these men down and calmly say, you are not dating a woman. You are dating a woman who has watched too many movies written by socially awkward men who'd like to believe that this kind of woman exists and might kiss them. Now, what I find so fascinating about this monologue is how it holds up in different contexts. Like in the movie Gone Girl, the monologue communicates this resentment main character Amy Dunn feels towards her husband for forcing her to play the role of an effortlessly cool, perfectly manicured, and endlessly forgiving wife. The pressure of performing this role for so many years leads to a wildly elaborate plan to frame him for her murder. Now, do I think we should all follow in Amy's footsteps if we've been led astray by a horribly boring man? No. But with or without considering her sociopathic tendencies, the piece itself stands against the oppression women face under the weight of male expectations, and so should we. The cool girl monologue digs deep, speaking to the kind of nuances only women notice so strongly because we've all been warned against being too unique, aka weird, as a woman. There's an acknowledgement that the cool girl can only be as niche and quirky as her man and never more than him. Only in attempting to please a particular kind of man will the cool girl gain an ounce of uniqueness or individuality, and even then it doesn't belong to her. Amy Dunn solidifies this point when she says that the cool girls are even more pathetic. They're not even pretending to be a woman they want to be. They're pretending to be the woman a man wants them to be. And if you're not a cool girl, I beg you not to believe that your man doesn't want the cool girl. It may be a slightly different version. Maybe he's a vegetarian, so cool girl loves seitan and is great with dogs. Or maybe he's a hipster artist, so cool girl is a tattooed, bespectacled nerd who loves comics. There are variations to the window dressing, but believe me, he wants cool girl, who is basically the girl who likes every fucking thing he likes and doesn't ever complain. Now, as one of many young women figuring out who to be in an era that is yet to release the cool girl, I did some research to determine how big of a threat this archetype could actually pose, and was disappointed but not surprised at the results. According to Mital Ayal's article in Time magazine, the self-silencing characteristic of a cool girl can make women sick. In the late 1980s, Harvard-trained psychologist Dana Jack identified this repeating theme among female patients suffering from depression, a tendency to self-silence, which she defined as the propensity to engage in compulsive caretaking, pleasing the other, and inhibition of self-expression in relationships. Studies in 2022 and later have connected self-silencing to HIV, chronic fatigue syndrome, cancer, and premature death among women. So yes, you can literally shorten your life playing the cool girl for men who don't care if you live or die. Now here's what I need from you as a listener. I need you to understand that the cool girl isn't what it's cracked up to be. She's living on borrowed time, and I think as women, we deserve better than to live our lives inauthentically. To wrap us up, I want to say thank you for tuning into this podcast series, What a Cool Girl. Tune in next week for an interview featuring firsthand experience with the cool girl archetype, plus advice on how to evolve past wanting to be the cool girl. This has been your host, Lily Fiala, signing off.